damn, what is going on, StreamYard? Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning in for a very special episode. It is 250 episodes of Unboxing Thursdays. We're joined tonight by a very special guest, our friend Sergeant Bananas. Of course, we're going to open up some toys and talk about this awesome hobby of ours. So sit back and relax for your weekly unboxing therapy. DK.
What's today? It's Thursday.
Hello there, toy collectors. My name is Kevin, aka Toying Around, and I am very excited to bring you this special review.
If anything, the Kim family, they're archetypes. Which is sad, but not always a bad thing.
I'm okay. I have one. Do you see all the name?
Let's try them. Let's still try.
Hey everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. If this is your first time watching, what we do here every week is open up some new collectibles, the latest and greatest in the game, and we get to chat, of course, with you. If you're watching live or on the replay, thank you so much. And I'm here joined by, my best homie in this hobby right here. DK, what's up, man?
Yo, what up, man? Not much. Looking forward to this show. I got a haircut. I don't know if you could see it. Finally.
Did you shave a line on the side there?
Maybe.
What do you mean? Wait, did you do it yourself?
No, my girlfriend did. Maybe.
Hold on. I think she shaved. Hold on. Turn around. I think she shaved something in there.
Maybe.
It says
property of
penis. It says penis.
Okay,
that's terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Looks good. Chat, what do we think? He's ready for summer. I dig it. Lots of toys to open tonight. 250. I didn't even realize tonight was a bit of a milestone. I think.
Wow.
250 is it's just a round number. It's a multiple of 10. That doesn't really mean anything. We'll celebrate at 300. But I think I had just coincidentally got a really awesome guest for today. A multi appearance, multi unboxing Thursday guest. It's almost like an award show. One of my favorite toy photographer, over just because of consistency over so many years. And I would never say all these nice things to his face. So while he's in the green room, I'm gonna say it all now. Even in person, he's the worst. But behind the camera, one of the best. You've probably seen him on social media and maybe in San Diego Comic-Con. But our guest tonight, please welcome to the show, Sergeant Bananas, aka Johnny Woo. What's up, dude?
What's up, guys? Thanks for having me on. I did want to ask you, in the beginning, when in your intro, like the first clip, like how long ago was that? You're wearing like your hair's like, yeah.
Oh, dude, that's probably like 2020.
Oh,
22?
It's not okay. I would have thought you said something later than that, longer ago.
2022, right, DK?
Yeah, around there. Well, I remember it was the start of COVID. Yeah.
Well, I guess with like COVID, just like time is like it's like a flip. It's like
why? What's going on? Are you setting me up for like a comment about my hair or something?
No, actually, it's funny. It just made me like, where's the punchline? I'm about to get like slammed. No, I'm just asking.
Because you came on really quiet, and I wanted to tell everyone this is not him normally, and then started asking a question. So I thought I was just anticipating an attack right from the jump.
I'm not always the Green Goblin, Like... Right now, I'm Norman Osborn, like when he's nice.
Okay, so before the serum, that's schizophrenic.
I'm just picturing Sergeant Bananas like outside of a university. He's like, I'm somewhat of a toy photographer myself.
Yeah, he sees people on the street. I know he inserts himself into that conversation if he sees someone taking a photo of toys, because he's like, he can't help it.
How often does that happen? You're just walking on the street, Look at all these people taking photos of toys. That's never happened.
Dude, is that not crazy to you that the amount of people we know from Instagram, right? And from however many years you've been doing this, the amount of people we've met in person, I've never seen a single person on the street go, "Hey, I'm doing ACBA or I'm doing toy photography." Like I've never like the odds are so low that like it's crazy to find somebody out there who even like a friend of yours who you already know who collects toys. DK present company excluded. Obviously, you're the like strange case. Take that how you would. But like however many of your friends who like this stuff and then they actually collect toys and they like it enough that they would, buy all this stuff and take photos. Like it's a very niche subgroup of another niche group. So yeah, no, that would never happen. You're right.
Yeah. In my 10 plus years, and then I don't really shoot outside anyway, so it's like I'm not going out to places, but I still exist outside. I've never seen
I exist outside.
They make it seem like I'm only in my house at all times, but like just being in the world, like never seen someone.
Yeah. I mean, you're one of the people who I remember years ago you would have like your hot toys out on the beach or something, and you would shoot outdoors a lot, and then now you mostly do. Is it just because you have more control of the elements, like the lighting and everything?
I mean, that would be a good short answer for it. I mean, over time, your interests change, and then like you just pursue different things, and that's kind of the path that it went. Was like in the beginning, it was all outside, and that's just kind of what I knew, and I learned quite a bit just from doing it. And I lived in a place where there was a lot of different environments, like the beach, for instance, or just like parks and like going on hikes and stuff like that. There was a lot of different terrain around me, but over time, I became obsessed with certain things like lighting. And when that happened, it was like you're just inside with that kind of stuff. Generally. And then like getting dioramas and stuff, and then now that's kind of like
that's true.
That's where I'm at now. Like is like everything's like in my garage, and like I have full control over the lights, and I don't have to worry about the sun going down or adjusting on the fly because of that. I actually think does help you though. Like it is something that like is beneficial to like be able to do, is to adjust on the fly like that.
I tried to do an outdoor shot this week and I completely forgot about nature. So I'm standing there and I forgot, like it was really windy and it blew over my toy, and I'm like, oh shoot. Like so like every time I stopped, my first thing was I had to take it back and put it away somewhere safe so that it wouldn't get blown over and damaged when I wasn't taking a photo. So but yeah, over the years you've amassed a really awesome series of dioramas from some of the best in the community, right? To kind of set the scene for everything that you're doing. So it's kind of hard to bring all of these out with you also. So
yeah, I mean, and some wouldn't. Yeah, I think at times like I'll think about like, oh, like just having in full natural light, like certain pieces would definitely like excel in that kind of like natural light, and then others don't make as much sense.
Yeah.
And I think that's the other thing that's kind of like shifted over time is when there I am. That's me later.
That's you when I'm not expecting it.
So yeah, just like over time, just the way that I approach things and think about things is wanting to have things make sense, and all the way is kind of it's like a good thing and it's a curse actually at times, because I have to like in my head when I'm like thinking about things or I'm going through an idea, if it starts to not make sense, sometimes I'll just abandon it completely. I'm like, this is not it right now, and I'm out. And yeah,
because you do a lot of stuff. What I really love, one of the things that you do, you just have some like a really small light source peeking through some windows or grates, or just adding an extra layer in
Yeah.
your photography. And like if you have the sun blaring down from the top or something like that, like this wouldn't even be, well, it'd be
It
possible,
would
but
look
you'd
completely different.
a
It would
lot
be
of
like,
stuff
oh,
out.
yeah. It would just be like someone left the garage door open to this area. It's just becomes flat and just. I mean, in my mind, I'm like, I could make it work some way. Like there's some ego, and I'm like, I would make it work in full sunlight, but in reality, it just is not good at all.
Yeah, man. If you're not following Sergeant Bananas yet on Instagram, I highly, strongly recommend you do so after the show. To just again, it's cool. Honestly, like I think one of your first shots that I was the NECA quarter scale Leo in the field. I think I say it every time you're on. But since then, right, like that put you up here, and I feel like you've been consistently doing awesome stuff. All right, we're gonna talk about the toys that we're opening tonight. Then we're gonna get to the chat because we want to say what's up to everybody. Johnny, you're the guest. You know, you got some stuff to open tonight.
Yeah, I brought on the Mafex Nightfall Batman to open. I got Bane a while ago, and then I went back and got this guy. So it'll be good to have them both finally.
That
So
Bane's
yeah,
really
this is my one thing that I'm going to be opening.
It's okay.
But I
You
made
just
it
talk.
count.
No, man,
Yeah.
that's a really good one. The Mafex Bane looks really good. I've seen a couple of enablers open it, but there's like a McFarlane 2-pack with a Bane, and I think it's much bigger, and a Batman too.
Mm.
But I think I might go for that Bane. Yeah, Nightfall Batman is one of my favorite looks, so that's going to be awesome. DK, what about you?
I finally got. I'm gonna switch myself. And you did it. Nightcrawler, the X-Force color variant. So excited about this one. Now I can bamf with it, I guess.
Yeah, I need to track down that wave too.
Yeah, I think it's still available on Amazon.
Yeah, it's available everywhere. I should
Yeah.
probably get it before, like, I don't know, pricing
hikes.
goes up.
Yeah. So yeah. What are
Okay.
you opening today, Kevin?
I've been looking all over for this because it looks ridiculous, and I finally found it. I went to Walmart, and it was just I check every time, and it didn't have this one, but this time it was finally just a single one on the shelf. It wasn't even on the peg. It's the Minecraft movie, Steve, but it's just Jack Black in 3.75. It's just him. It's just him. It's a guy. It's just Jack Black, so that's why I wanted it. I'm gonna open that. If we have time, we'll save Andor as a reserve because Andor season 2 just ended, and damn, it is so freaking good, guys. DK, I know you don't watch Star Wars. You hate Star Wars, in fact, and you hate women.
hate it.
I don't hate it. You hate both Star Wars and women. I know.
What?
You hate Star Wars, you hate women. That's what the internet says. Not me. I'm not saying
That's
that.
right.
That's the internet.
Dude.
Johnny, are you watching Andor?
Dude, no, actually, not because of those reasons, but I tried to start the first season like twice, and I'm like, okay, the second time especially, I was like, yeah, I'm really just like go through it, but it never clicked for me. And then I've been hearing like all the nice things about the second season, how good it is. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and make a third run to just watch the first one and then get to the second one. But I've been hearing good things.
Hell yeah. Well, we might be doing now that Andor is. I'm not gonna obviously not have any spoilers. It was just on yesterday or Tuesday, and it's like 3 episodes for the finale. But if it leads right into the Rogue One movie, it's connected that way. So we are likely going to do a watch along tomorrow of Rogue One and over on DL44 Network. So please join us. So I have that to open. I might open that because before that, I want to get to this finally, the Jada Toys Blanca.
Blanca?
From Japan. Blanca?
Blanca. Who says? Is this a tomato thing?
So
because that doesn't either.
there's a woman on my baseball team, and I'm
This
pretty.
sounds made up.
No. I'm hold up.
It sounds so made up.
I'm 99% sure her name is Bianca.
Blanca.
I'm 99% sure it's Bianca because on the batting order sheet it's written. It's not printed out, and it could be
And you say
like
Blanca?
1% blank. I'm just like, hey, it's your turn. I don't even say the name.
You're like, hey, Bianca.
Hey, lady. I don't know. Charge up.
Whatever.
It's your turn.
That figure looks sick though, regardless of the name debate.
Do you have? Are you collecting Jada Street Fighter?
Yeah. Yep. I don't have that one yet though. I'm a little bit behind. But yeah, that's one that I'll definitely want to get.
All right. Okay. Well, we're gonna open some toys. What?
I was cutting you off, and then I was like, oh. But I was gonna say, I have a good amount of Street Fighter figures, but I never shoot them for some reason.
Well, get to it, man. I think you would. Well, I mean, you do really well with all the other toys, so you could do that. Damn it! I said I wasn't going to compliment you in person, but let's. We're going to open some toys, but first we're going to say what's up to the chat. Thank you so much for being here. If you have a second, don't forget to hit the thumbs up, please. It does help the channel a lot, and it tells YouTube that you know what. Maybe other people who you don't run into on the street taking photos of toys would like to watch this when they're on YouTube. First, we have Johnny Cock. Thank you so much for being a channel member for 13 months. I feel like it's been longer. But yeah, thank you so much, Johnny Cock. And for the $5 super chat, says congrats on 250. Be blessed, gentlemen. Thank you. Back to setting up my booth. I'll just list. Where are you exhibiting? What booth is it? Is there a con?
Let me look that up. Let's see where you might be.
That'll be good. But hey, let's do some channel member shout outs. We have Josh Brown here. Thank you for being here. Says butter plus bananas equals. No, it's a guy celebrating. It's a party.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a banana bread emoji. Mr. Ryan Clark is here. I don't think there is. It's very specific.
There should be somehow.
It's a party. Mr. Ryan Clark, Damu Chichiaro is here. Josh Brown, Torensu, thank you so much. Brad Harper, what's up, Brad Harper? Thank you for tuning in. Grumps is here. Bat Force Grumps, thank you for being here. The one and only Chamba says should be a good one. Appreciate the confidence as always. Paul Morales is here. Shelf Presence, thank you so much for tuning in. Francisco Hernandez says howdy. Howdy yourself on a Thursday night. Bless you, DK. You sweet summer child. What do you do? That was just hell of a sneeze. It's a hell of a sneeze. Tommy K, what's up, dude? Machu Toy, thank you for being here and being a channel member and obviously an enabler. Good to see you, man. No Chewing, what's up? Bitter Troll, thank you for tuning in. How's it going? Yoko McCann is here. What's up, Yoko? Says Johnny in natural light is weird. Hi, Johnny. Hi, yeah. Usually you're creeping out from the shadows.
Yeah, the Gollum lighting and setting.
Yeah, like a Dracula of some sort.
Yeah,
hissing at the light. Arelis is here. RMD, what's good, man? Says what's up, Kev, DK, and Johnny, aka Young. Yo, Stanka?
Stanka? What do you think?
Blanca?
Blanca?
What?
It's Stanka. Stanka.
Oh my god. I can't believe when I get to this, I'm gonna jump ahead to this channel member message because it is it is unreal. Mr. Ryan Clark, thank you for being a channel member for 29 months. My goodness.
Thank you.
He was either sneezing or offended at his own fart. We'll never know because the mic was off. He was probably like so gross.
You could have been trying to do sign.
Yeah, that's true. I could have been trying to sign.
We want to ask the chat, by the way. There's American Sign Language. And I don't want to do anything offensive. Do they sign differently in countries that speak another language, because what if one of these hand gestures is might not be acceptable in other countries. Anyone who knows, please let us know, because we're saying Johnny's mic wasn't the greatest and DK would sign for us. We'll see. Hey, thank you so much, Wing or Lose, for 5 gifted memberships. My goodness, thank you, Wing or Lose. You can become a channel member too, as a way to support the channel. You get early access to videos, as well as the exclusive emojis you can use in the chat right now. Thank you, Wing or Lose. And of course, you can also gift memberships to other people in the chat. Make sure you turn on the option that you can receive gifted memberships so that you can get one in the future. They're random. I think it goes by how active you are, maybe, in the chat. I don't know how it works. Matthew Toy, what's up? Says, I opened the McFarlane 2-pack on an... You did, but I just saw it on Claudio's table at the McFarlane table last week, so I got to hold it in person. Now I really want it. So you did not enable me then, but I was enabled then. Also, yeah, if you didn't see it yet, there's a video going through the McFarlane booth at the Toying Around ToyCon with Claudio and Aiden showing off. They still have a lot of great DC stuff. I really like those cowls coming out. So go check out that video on the page now. Paul Morales is here. Bitter Troll. Yoko says Kev is That is incorrect. I was projecting. I was not deflecting about DK hating. People who hate Star Wars also hate women. Rick Jones, what's good? And is that it? Blanca? Sonic Rockman X has a question. We're gonna save questions for later. Toretsu says DK was beatboxing. Out of nowhere, he was just going like this under his shirt. DK, can you beatbox? Oh, okay. You don't say.
I was beatboxing this entire time.
No, you weren't.
No. I just kept saying I can't beatbox.
Oh, and
I attempted.
My ad-libbing kept you talking. Awesome.
Yeah.
Darth Stargazer, another channel member. Thank you for being here. And I think we're caught up. Oh, Tommy says ask Anna about American Sign Language. I will. Dom is here. Thunder House. Pletho. All right, Johnny. What do you collect? Do you collect more for photography's sake, or collection wise, or is it a balance of both?
Yeah, balance of both. But I would, if I had to put one ahead, I would say photography wise, probably.
Okay, just something that
appeals
to you in the sense that you think it would jump out in a photo.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like you see the figure or whatever, and then some ideas start to kind of like pop into your head, and then like, oh, I'd probably do something cool with that or have fun with that figure. So that's how it happens.
Hell yeah.
Usually.
I mean, you have been working as a professional toy photographer, like, and so like a lot of the photos you take on your IG, it's like those are just ones that you figures that you get on your own to really just, you see something and you just bring it to life. I mean, you do it with articulated figures. When I first started following you, you did a lot with those Disney, was it Toy Box?
Disney Infinity.
Disney Infinity, that's right. And then it turned into Toy Box, I believe.
Yeah.
But I remember those were little statues that you put on your Wii U, I think, or whatever you played on. And but I remember you were able to bring them to life. So when you have to shoot like a static figure like that, how do you make it stand out? How do you make the whole scene speak and move when that figure doesn't?
Well, if you scroll up a little, or the other direction. If you go
up?
The other direction. Okay, down. Went too far. Keep going, because there's an example of this. Like, keep going. A bit more. Keep going.
What am I looking for, man?
Right here. This row with right there. From Paranorman. You see those
Middle one?
figures? Yes. Because there's one next to it. So that figure doesn't have any articulation, it's static. It's like,
Okay.
I guess you would say figurine, I guess is the correct category it would fall into. But like, so the way like he's just like pre-pose, obviously he's got the expression, which does a lot for it. And then it's kind of just like, I think about like, okay, he's scared, and then like, what could I do? How else? What can I build around him that clicks with like his expression? And then I kind of just start going piece by piece, like, okay, I want him to be in the woods, and then the lighting to be like this, and then I think the hands were the last thing that because I just kept looking at it, and like I liked the perspective and all that, but then I realized like, oh, I can easily put these.
They're just hands.
Yeah, they're just they're the sod cutter Mezco figure, his hands.
Right.
But I feel like those just worked well for like the scene and the story rather. So
Dude, that's crazy. Because now you're in the you flipped it around. You're not the viewer looking at the scene. You're the creature with the hands after this dude. Like,
Yeah, you're in there.
that's awesome.
yeah, and then I used the probe lens that became very popular within the that you can see it there. That's the lens in front that's like leading to the hands.
Yeah. I mean, it's awesome.
It's definitely a super unique lens, and you can get some cool perspectives, but I will say it's not for everything. Like I wouldn't use that for every shot. It doesn't make sense every time, but when you can make it work, it usually shines.
Yeah, but then you also have like the spooky lighting, right? The simulated moonlight through the fog. So
yeah.
setting the tone.
Just mostly, there's just like when I'm like setting things up, it's like I was saying, it's like piece by piece. So like I'll do something and then I think about what's next, what makes sense, and then I just kind of go off of that. So like if someone was to ask me like, what are you gonna shoot next? It's like I usually can't answer that because I don't really know. I just like the joke. I just do things. But it kind of is. But it kind of is like that. I go into the garage and then I'm like, I don't know, just think for a little bit, and then like I'll see a figure and like maybe I'll shoot this, and then I'll start thinking like, so the Batman that I'm gonna open, I'll like think about him, and then I'll start thinking of environments that he makes sense in, and then I'll find one that I like, and then I'll decide kind of the rest from there. I'll start kind of putting it together, and that's.
Dude, I think you you're also unique in the community in the sense that I think you have one of the best diorama collections, right? People collect high-end, hot toys, or they start somewhere and then they just keep getting more high-end. For you, it's that stuff, but also dioramas. And then again, you've got quite a stable of different options that you're not only is like, do you have a lot, but a lot of them seem to fit well together.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the craziest things. And you're like, yeah, I mean, I gotta use some of these for my shots or for work sometimes. And you're like, I might as well get them. So you get them from like Oilers. I saw Terraformer. You got the best in the game in your arsenal.
Yeah, like probably now it's probably been like 4 or 5 years. Actually, maybe 5 years, but like 5 years ago, I had like a few on hand, and I really liked using them, and I kind of from there decided that I wanted to go down this path of like upping my dio game, and then like becoming friends with like some of these guys who are super talented, and then quickly along the way I became obsessed with them, and because I just realized like how important and like special they are to like doing what I do, and like being able to utilize them to tell those stories and like get the figures in environments that make sense and that it's to scale, and like how much of a difference that could make to my work, and then like the photos that you see, like the end result. Because it's like you want to make it, or one of my goals is like when someone looks at the photo that it makes sense, like it's a believable thing that you could imagine that they would do. Like, could you? It's like for that photo, it's like, could you imagine him doing that? Like, he would be on some like rooftop on like some chimney, and like in my head, I'm like, I think yes. Like I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So like,
I wouldn't, because if I got up there and I'm like, I shouldn't stand here. If I squat, one of these spikes, right? I might sit on it by accident. My cape might get caught on it.
Yeah, I mean maybe, but you also say Blanca.
You guys don't use Bianca in Street Fighter?
Bianca. Yeah, it's like I'm collecting these, like you know, in a sense is the same as figures. It's way more expensive though, but I get way more use and like joy out of it. Like having these like set up and stuff, it just kind of like transports me into like the scene. It's like, so when I'm setting it up, and it's like it feels like, you know, it's corny to say maybe, but it's like you feel like you're there. You know, you have like the lighting and like the atmosphere that's going on in that moment. It's like, and then you capture that. And,
it's fun though. It's fun to have all these like different options, like you said, to transport you there. You collect all these props, right, to build out your scene, and it's all under your control. You're like, oh, you know, it'd be cool if I, you know, you dig through another bin and you remember I have this prop and I just put it right into the corner here, and it's like it could just probably take like hours would go by because of setting up right on your day, and you wouldn't even know.
For sure. And I mean, that's like the best. So that's what I enjoy. Like, that's one of the few times in my life where I can be like fully present, like where I'm like locked. Yeah, I'm just like locked in to like what I'm doing. Like any outside noise, any of that is gone.
Just cooking in the garage, just cooking.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I don't take that many photos anymore, but the activity of it, the fun of it is, I don't think it goes away. And that's why when I buy stuff still, I'm still thinking like, oh, I could use this accessory in this photo. I want to buy this because of that. And then sometimes I still have to stop myself. I'm like, I'm not taking photos at that rate anymore. Like, it's not happening. So I buy a lot more now to see how it displays on my shelf, and then never touching it again. But who knows? Usually when you come on here, I get enabled on some stuff. Like I'll start looking at diorama makers and things like that, or looking for a probe lens, which, you know, Thunderhouse is asking, do you think you could have gotten that angle shot without that lens?
It would, if you had like a wide angle, you could get close, probably like something real wide. You can get up close like that and it's super wide, but other than that, like, no, I don't think so. You'd have to do some post work. Like you'd have to do a lot in post to kind of get that end result, which is why one of the reasons why the probe lens is so interesting to use, because it like provides that perspective and lets you achieve these things that other lenses just aren't really capable of doing. But because of that, though, it's also like hard to use at times. I feel like there's definitely a learning curve with that lens, because it's super weird. Like if you're used to shooting on like a 35-50 a macro, and then you put that on, you'll like look at it, you'll probably go, what am I even looking at? Like this is gross. Like, because it is wide, but then like when I first got it, I remember putting it, like setting up something and being like, I can see like my entire garage. This is gross. Like it's like everything's super far away. Like this, what did I buy this? And then over time, like I had to realize like how to use it and like how to like make it excel. Like for me at least, like this example right here, like in the beginning, I never would have been able to do something like that because it's actually like a pretty open scene. And what I found early on is that we put it into like inside of a dial where it was like basically boxed in, like literally, like, and it just sees everything, and then it makes the perspective look super crazy. But yeah, like using it over and over, you start to like get a hang of it and like a feel for like how you want to use it. And yeah.
I think there's a couple where you had it like in the car and it was looking in, like there's a scene where a whole bunch of stuff was happening in the car, and then now paired with that perspective, my mentality would be like anywhere you can stick your head, like that's the point of view you should kind of think of. So it's like if it's like a undead guy on the ground, like that's where you were, and then as if it was someone peering into the car.
Yeah, there's one at the very top of the page.
Right, if this car was pulled over and you stuck your head in, or if like this door was open and you were looking up from the seat, like that's where you would be. Like these are such like different angles from a different, like, you know, just a regular lens from in front. It's so awesome.
Yeah. I had done like, so that's probably the better one of the two, because I have two that are like through a car like that. The first one was a Spider Noir shot. But yeah, like I remember I took the first one and I was like thinking like, it's all right. Like I wasn't really like, I liked it enough to post it, but I was kind of like, it's cool. But like the response was like, oh, like people are like really into this one. Like it's funny how that happens with like photos, right? Like you become like, oh, I really love this photo, and then you post it and then you get like crickets, like no one gives a shit about it. And then the one that you're kind of like, I'll just throw this up there, like blows up.
You never know.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah, there's no.
Dude, Alexander Eagleson has been a member for 40 months. Thank you so much. Hi, Kevin and DJ. Oh, first you beatbox and then now you're a DJ. What can't you do?
Jack of all trades. Solder, apparently.
Of many things. Hell yeah. All right, let's open up some stuff, man. Enough about your photography, because I've truly had enough. I rewatched the Batman on the way back from Japan. Which Batman is this?
That is the Mezco. Now I will tell you that that's one of the few angles that figure probably looks good from, because his head is kind of big. He's got kind of a
true
situation, and then like the way it sits on his neck, it has like, it's almost like he has no neck. Other than that, like, yeah, you can definitely get some good photos of him. But yeah, I mean, I love that movie. Like the cinematography of that movie is awesome. Like one of my favorite characters to shoot, I would say.
Yeah, it was much better on the second watch. Maybe because like the first time it just kind of, I was just trying to get through it, and even though it was kind of enjoyable, it was like watching an Arkham video game movie, right? And then maybe like the Oz series. Did you watch Oz? Or what, Penguin? What was it called?
Yes. The Penguin, yes. But you meant Oz, the like, is that like
Oz,
the old
prison show?
Yeah. I was like, no, I've watched the Penguin, yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think after that, putting me back into that world, it was like, okay, I'm gonna give it another shot, and then yeah, it's awesome. So I should have got the SHF when I was in Japan when I saw it, but I passed. I don't know why. Wait, no, I know why, because I watched it on the way back, so I didn't even know I wanted it.
Well, also that figure is not that great. So
that one's not great either.
I mean, it's the face sculpts are like, it moves all right. What's the best one? There really isn't like a definitive one. I feel like there's I actually have all. So I have the Mezco effects and the figure arts, and I have
one.
Yeah, that one. It's hard to say that one's the best too. I'd really like. I need like Muff Toys to like make a full figure, because they did some like
that's right, third party
sculpts for like the McFarlane and the figure arts, which definitely like elevated those figures. But like there were other things about those figures that just kind of needed more, in my opinion. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend the Figure Arts one. So I don't think you.
Oh,
lost
okay.
it.
No.
Apparently, Darth Gutierrez says the SH,
What's up?
the Batman doesn't have great articulation. The Mafax one is best one for me. So that's
DK,
one
would you
of
be
those-
so kind as to pull up some photographs of the Mafex the Batman?
I can. I will dig into
Thank you.
that. Alexander Eagleson, thank you for the 2 Hot Wheels. Sorry, DK, it's been a long day. So I'm not a DJ? I thought I was going to be a DJ.
You're whatever you want, pal. You're
Yeah.
whatever you want. Yimbo, what's up, man? I have not forgotten about you. I ordered the shirt that you won on maybe like 2 episodes of Enablers ago. When it gets here, I'm going to ship it to you and hopefully circumvent some tariffs. But I have not forgotten. It was before my vacation. I was like, I'll do it when I get back. And so I finally ordered it. It's on the way. I got you. But Yimbo says, I can listen to Johnny talk about photography all day, every day. I mean,
What's up, Yimbo? Thanks, man. I'm sure Kev agrees with that.
who wants to listen to what the?
I don't even
Do it
want
that
to
long.
talk that long. It's like,
I know it's a lot.
yeah.
It's a lot. Oh, Shelf Presence. My goodness. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. If you got a membership from Shelf Presence, please go ahead. Give them a thank you. Thank you so much, Shelf Presence, for always supporting the show and being here watching. And hope you're enjoying tonight's stream. Ringer Lewis has been a channel member for 37 months. What's good? Old callback fudge stands. What's fudge? Fudge stands. I don't know. DK, do you know what fudge stands is?
No, I do not.
Legion X is here. Thank you for being here. I did a mod in the neck piece of the Mezco Batman. I don't want to read more after Mezco. I'm kidding. I put the collar on top of the cape. The neck looks much better afterward.
Yeah,
Right,
I've
there's a
seen
tip.
people do that. Yeah.
There's a tip for everybody. All right, let's open some toys, man. DK already got started. It's kind of rude to get started before. It's like, you start eating first when not everyone's at the dinner table.
It was quick. It was a quick unbox.
Like a quick nibble, a quick snack.
Yes, I wolfed this down. But yeah, yo. I like it.
Yeah, of course. It looks great.
Yeah.
How many? Who do you have from X Force?
I have Wolverine. I got 2 Deadpools. I got Angel. I got Psylocke. Phantom X. I got 2 Phantom X's, I think.
Okay.
So I got a good amount. So I'm gonna keep collecting X Force.
I think MCU Collector did a review on the Warpath X-23 2-pack that's new. You know what's funny, DK? A lot of people who do reviews online order from CMD, which is over in Montreal, right?
Yep.
And they get stuff early sometimes. Sometimes it's a little bit like a couple dollars extra, I think. But a lot of the American reviewers order from there. But now it's like, I think because of tariffs, CMD is not even shipping to US anymore. So you know what that means?
To be shipping us?
No, it's time for you to step in. Right? There's an opening. There's a vacuum. It's time for you to fill that space, and you do your reviews.
Yes. Hopefully soon. When I just need to balance some things out in life, and then I will work on it for sure.
I'm just saying, man.
No, it's a great idea.
There's an opportunity. There's a big
also,
opportunity.
and I got it came with the backpack piece and the helmet.
I don't think it's a bat.
What is this piece?
I don't know. You say like it's his book bag or something.
No, school. I usually say school bag.
It looks awesome, man.
No, it does. So I'm excited to finish building him.
What's up, Craft Collect? What's up, Jason? Or sorry, I'm on time and you guys are totally early. Man, that's some next level gaslighting. Thank you. All right, I'm gonna open Jack Black because why not? This is
my setup here real quick. I'll still be here, but I'm gonna turn my camera off for a second.
Okay. DK, have you seen this movie?
No, I have not yet. Have you took the kids out to watch?
No, I don't think I'm going to. I didn't even know The Rock was in it.
I did not know either.
This is made by Mattel.
Jason Momoa is in it. I know that.
Oh wait, not The Rock. Jason Momoa. I just
wow,
got them mixed up. They're pretty. Yeah, I don't know.
That's pretty similar. I don't know, man.
That's got to be racist on some level. I don't know how, but I think it is.
That's awesome.
This looks really good.
It's good. It's good
for Mattel 3.75.
Yep.
I mean, he could be anything. If they make 3.75 luchador figures, he could be Nacho Libre, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. How's the articulation feeling?
I could give him a guitar and he can be School of Rock. I give J-Shot a hard time because he can't read names properly, Matthew. I just can't remember faces or things that have happened on enablers. This doesn't really move much. I don't know what you need him to do. Jack Black seems like a very flexible dude, so
no, that's pretty good. There's a pretty good range. Like, I'm impressed.
This looks like he's got hit by a car. Nothing here. There we go. The Rock, Jason Momoa. I mean, it's a large tattooed person.
You gonna stick with that?
Yeah.
That's your defense?
No, that's exactly it.
Start with one has hair, one doesn't have hair.
Oh, that's right. See, I don't even see hair. I have hair blindness. He comes with a pouch that has is it supposed to put the drumstick in? I don't know. I don't understand. This is one of those things where it's like, how can we make this a movie? There's a new show on Apple TV. I think it's called The Studio with Seth Rogen.
Yeah.
I almost said Seth MacFarlane. They're not the same. But it's about like a movie studio exec, and he gets put into the studio head position. And his first job is to make a movie for Kool-Aid. And it's one of those, like, how do you make a movie with the Kool-Aid brand? And it's like this and Tetris. It's like, how did you make a movie about Minecraft? So I don't know. It seems like there's bad reviews, but is it just because people don't get Minecraft and people who like Minecraft would like this?
Bad reviews? I don't know. Like, reviews have been good. The traffic for it was really good. Like, it made a lot of money.
I feel like it was user reviews that were good, and
the critic review was terrible. That's usually the case.
Yeah, but hey, go watch The Studio, Thunderhouse Design. There's one episode called The Oneer.
Mm-hmm.
The Oneer is like, in Daredevil when it's just one continuous shot. Like Netflix Daredevil.
Yeah.
Where the long hallway fight scene was just one continuous shot. There was no cuts. I think maybe that entire episode or most of it was just one long shot, which is incredible. Incredible feat to accomplish.
I am looking forward to watching it, but I just need to find the time. Torensu, channel member for 45 months. DK, sing Steve's Lava Chicken song. I will for you once I learn what it is. Okay, this I promise you. And that is a Backstreet Boys song, I think. Never mind.
What?
This I promise you is a Backstreet Boys song.
Oh, that he can sing. Guys, DK is a karaoke. I mean, he's very familiar with the microphone, if you know what I mean.
I need more alcohol in me for it to be unlocked to happen.
All right, so this is I don't know. They have this in 3.75, and then there's a 12-inch one. This I Promise You is NSYNC, DK?
Yeah, that was
You
wrong.
said Backstreet Boys?
Yeah, whatever.
Did you find were you supposed to Google something?
Yes, I was supposed to Google something, but then my dog was barking, so
On the
I tried
computer?
to handle him. He was whining. Okay, Batman Mafex. I'll Google it. Keep talking.
Oh, great. Thanks. All right,
Is
Johnny.
that 12-inch figure, whatever the Jack Black, is that also articulated?
It's probably like a 5 POA.
Uh-huh. Arms move up, legs move like a reaction figure.
30 centimeters. Is that 12 inches? Fellas, come on. This is it.
Oh, it has
Oh, it has bicep?
Does it? No.
Well, it has an
Shoulder
elbow.
joints.
Sorry, it has an elbow bend. Sorry, elbow bend. No knees. These are straight jeans. How much is this? 40 Canadian dollars, DK? What do you think?
I don't know.
Save my money?
Yeah, save your money, man. I think yeah, with a 3.75 inch is good enough.
But he has a small version of himself. All right, no, you're right. You're right. Not bad though for $40.
Yeah, no, it's not bad.
I hope somebody buys this and repaints. You know, a lot of people who customize figures, they can repaint the existing sculpt on a toy and just make this look, I don't know, like Hot Toys level face sculpt. That'd be crazy. What's up, Sam? Well, they could do an origin story of the Kool-Aid Man. Be a very unusual movie, but I'd probably watch it. Watch the studio, and you'll see what path, what option he chooses. It's hilarious. I need to catch up on that though. Matthew, by the way, I finally got a gaming PC for when we actually plan on doing a game stream. Fortnite, Star Wars Fortnite. The Goodfellas restaurant is a oneer. That's one of my favorites. When he takes Karen through the back of the restaurant, through the kitchen into the club, and then the guy's like, you know, maitre d's like, come over here, bring a table, and then they set up a table for him. That's one of my favorites. Chama says the small version head fits on those Marvel MCU blockies bodies. Is Jack Black in the MCU at all, DK?
No, but if Chamba says it works, then it works.
He can be Iron
do
Man.
it. He can be anyone he wants.
I'll put him on a Hulk body.
Oh,
Have you sampled any of the blocky stuff, Johnny? Because like I know you go for a lot of different looks of toys, and that's one of the ones that are kind of like making the waves now. Have you checked out any of that stuff yet?
No, are they the ones that do like the Sesame Street?
Yeah, I think they just started Sesame Street. They have Pokemon coming out. They currently have mostly Transformers, I think is their biggest thing.
Transformers. There's Saint Seiya, right? Is this Saint Seiya? Do they have?
Yeah, Saint Seiya is in Asia. It's not out yet in North America.
Oh, okay.
Jack Black was in The Mandalorian. None of those yet?
No. Are they cool,
yeah, they're fun to build and they pose pretty well. But like you buy a lot of like the third party, not just like third party unlicensed, but also like original toys out of Asia. Like, is there anything that's out right now that you think people should be keeping an eye out on?
I mean, there's so much out there right now.
Yeah, there's almost too much, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for the longest time, I've always said like the like Damn Toys Death Gas Station series, like that line of figures has been one of my favorites for like years now, and continues to be. Like just original characters, and they're just unique. I mean, they're all in the same universe too, so that's cool. Like each one usually comes with like a little comic book that kind of like it has a story and it will kind of like lead into like the next character. So that's cool as well. There's like a little thing that comes with the figure, but that designer, I really like the style of figures that he creait's. It's just different from like most of the other things. Yes, yeah, that's Homeless Joe. He's definitely definitely a fun character to shoot. Make that one in particular comes with like all these cool accessories, like that canteen that he's holding. There's like a backpack behind him. Like you can take the beanie off. Like the cloth goods as well are really nice. Just he comes with like a little tent, like an actual little tent, and like a little like sleeping bag, like a little stove, a pan, like a pan that has food in it, like a coffee pot. It comes with a lot of stuff. Just
that toque, to make it at that scale and have the pattern not look like it was just regular 1-to-1 scale fabric, shrunk it like sewn into the same size, like just to make it look to scale. That's already really cool. Kind of reminds me of like the Ashley Wood, was it 3A figures?
Yeah. There's definitely like kind of a similarity there. I think that like the A stuff was a little bit more like gritty and dark, where a lot of these are just more like fun, kind of like goofy looking guys. Like they're not super serious, but still cool though. There's one coming out that has like a motorcycle, like a Harley or something. That looks pretty sick.
Oh, really?
His name. Yeah.
Oh, I think I've looked into these, and they're a little bit too expensive for me not knowing what it is, and nothing's really a design that I'm like, yes, I'm gonna give it a shot yet. Right. But you can't deny they look really cool.
Yeah.
What are you giggling at?
Just looking at the Death Gas Station toys, and then just looking at this cat, the Misfortune Crusher Meow. It just looks so funny.
Oh yeah.
All right, just share it. No one knows what you're talking about unless. What's up, Dole? Dole's in the chat. Good to see you. Modest Toy Collector, welcome back to the show. He says, Kevin got me interested in Andor Season 2. Well, I hope you can finish it by tomorrow night, since Dole's here as well. Just want to remind everyone, we're going to do a Rogue One watch along tomorrow night while we talk about Andor Season 2, the greatest Star Wars TV show, I think, of all time. It's up there. What the hell?
It just looks so hilarious. Misfortune Cat.
I don't have that. I'm not getting that one, but I can appreciate the like weirdness and uniqueness of it. It's like, who else is gonna make something like that? No one.
Random head sculpt?
That's awesome.
Oh, that's actually, so like all those are previous release characters, like the heads. The one in that photo there was like the first figure in the line. That one.
Okay.
His name is Ironhead Tony. Super expensive now.
They look like a post-apocalyptic robot scouring the earth on its own, and then there's this random guy in a cat suit. I don't know how to explain this one, but you said they have a comic.
Yeah, I would be curious to see the story of how this fits into the universe, because all the other ones, they kind of like have, when you look at them, they kind of like, if you were to look at them on the shelf, they have like a similar aesthetic to them, so you can tell that they're a series. That's
is that the gas station, the motorcycle one?
Yeah, Mr. Silent. I knew he had a cool name. Like, what was his name? That one's cool too, because he comes with like little extra joints for.
I don't understand your. Can you embiggen, please?
Boom.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you think they're actually moving that bike while they took this photo?
Oh, that's 6-shot.
Death Gas
Yeah, it
Station
is.
3, 6-inch figure. Yeah, that's really cool.
Definitely looking forward to that one.
He's got tattoos on his arms too. See, that's what I mean. Like those Ashley Wood 3A figures. Was it 3-0 or 3A? I forget. It's 3A.
3A. Yeah, it's 3A.
They had
with those.
tattoos
Like
on the actual skull too.
Yep.
JC.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
I love that JC figure with the soft goods trench coat.
Yeah.
The homie RMD says, Johnny, would you ever be interested in doing stop motion?
Yeah. It's definitely like I've thought about it before, and I think that there will be a time where I start to like dabble in that. I also know that once that happens, I may just fully jump over because of like how my personality is with like things that I get into. I'm like obsessed about it. So
Right.
if that happens, then I'll just be doing that.
What if you get into it and it's just too tedious? 2,000
I don't.
poses for like 8 seconds of.
Yeah, I don't think that would happen for me. I think that I'll be able to be like, oh, it's worth it because the end is going to be sick. That's how I would be like. It's gonna. I mean, I'm pretty tedious with my work. Not that it takes long like that, as long like that, but like, I'll really just like sit there and reset things up if I don't like it, even after the fact that it's already on my phone and I'm like looking at it, like I don't really like the way his hand looks right there. I'll go do it over. So I don't have a problem with things like that. I mean, I'm sure like when you get into like stop motion and like how long you're sitting there, yeah, I bet it's taxing. But like the goal, the end result would be sick.
Yeah, that's
Worth
why I don't excel in anything I do. I think about how hard it is versus the pay. Not so much the payoff.
Yeah, I don't know. It's always like if I'm not really into something, then it's like there's no way. I have to be like fully into it to excel at it at least.
Ethan's here, says DK got a nice haircut.
Thank
What's
you,
up,
Ethan.
796 Studios. What's up, Mario?
Whoa.
What Johnny means to say is he thinks he'd be great at stop motion. Some might say he's already the best.
Some? What do you mean some?
Should have got him on here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, DK, show me the Batman.
Boom.
Oh, those are good. Dude, look at the figure arts. Looks like.
Why is he doing this?
Yeah.
He's too glossy. Like the cowl is like too shiny. It's like someone. Yeah.
Is Mafex too skinny?
Mafex looks.
Yes, I think so a little bit. And then the Mezco one kind of looks a little too like bulky, you know?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, man, seeing them all like that, it's like the figure arts look so shitty.
It looks really bad.
I
don't know if it's the posing.
I think it's the cape. Like,
I mean, yeah, the way that
it.
Yeah, like if his head was down a little bit more, would he look less like this? Possibly. I don't know. In art has a Batman. Oh, the is that the Bale, Christian Bale Batman? Did you get that one?
No, they did the Pattinson version. I don't know if they've done Bale. Oh, you're talking about the 112.
Yeah.
I did pre-order that. Yeah, it looks really good.
I want to get that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, but they should also do the Batman.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
That Muff Toys head sculpt, is that the one you're talking about? That looks really good.
So that, see how much it elevates the whole figure just by like, but I mean the figure is still kind of like, but like depending on how you're shooting it or whatever, it's like looks great right there. Like, yeah, the VFX one doesn't look good.
Damn it! I'm gonna order the in art right now. It's $100 Canadian, free shipping. Grump says that's some bad vanilla posing.
Agreed.
I really
Especially
like.
on the figure, it's horrible.
Wait, it's not free shipping.
Yeah, DK had to call it about the cape on the figure arts. I agree. It looks funky. It's making his proportions look real weird. Like he's like a little kid, like trick or treating, dressed as stuff.
Yes, exactly. Like I think the top, what it looks like, the top part is just one solid piece of plastic. It doesn't look like it's right.
I don't even remember, but it's just.
Man, have you yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna I think InArt sent out that 112 Batman to a lot of reviewers
to the world
and to the
world. Yeah.
Did you get one? You didn't get one?
No, I didn't get one.
But it looks like influencer status aside, I think it looks good. Like it can stand on its own merit of the craftsmanship of that sculpt. I mean, it doesn't look 1/12 because of how good it looks. Does that make sense? Like you wouldn't think you can get that kind of face sculpt from something at that scale. So that gives it some credibility on how good it looks. This is from Reddit.
And also,
that's not.
You have to kind of. That's there you go. I would assume that if they're doing that, then they're doing Heath Ledger. Like 112.
Yeah.
And
I forget, are those licensed?
That's licensed. If they do Heath Ledger, I'm gonna go ahead and say that's probably gonna be the best one in 112 scale to date. I mean, I hope it is. I feel like the ones that are out there, no one's ever really hit the mark there.
A lot of third-party ones are pretty good.
There's the Felix Toys
version,
and I feel like only one of the head sculpts can kind of pass, but it's still not there.
Dude.
Like the rest of it is fine.
Look at this. This might also be the angle too, in the pose, but that is solid.
Yeah, I'm not wearing hockey pants.
What's the difference between you and me?
I'm not wearing hockey masks.
I thought you were gonna sing. I thought you were gonna start singing. What's the difference between me and you? Damn, it can do that. Superhero pose or superhero landing.
So it seems it hits every mark, right? Like the detail, the sculpt, like the cape is not soft goods, although it has soft goods cape. It just hits every mark, I think, based off of what I'm seeing.
Oh my god! Just because like that era of collecting, like all the Mafex ones weren't. Wasn't that the era when Mafex were all QC issues and everything was falling apart?
Oh, yeah, it was.
Right. It was this. It was Catwoman. Right. The Anne Hathaway one.
Yeah.
Would just, it would just disintegrate in your hands. Yeah.
The Joker they did as well. Like,
damn. I think this is it, guys. I'm back in. I'm buying this. I'm buying this tonight because I got paid. It's not licensed. It says Dark Knight Trilogy and all related characters and elements, copyright and trademark DC Warner Brothers Entertainment Incorporated WP.
It's licensed.
Yeah. Craft Collects said the beat real world figures Tamashi made were the best real world figures Tamashi made were the Avengers. Maybe. Like MCU stuff. Grumps, do you have this yet? Let me know. Matt Logic, what's good? who gifted says thank you everyone who sent gifted tonight. Appreciate you. Yeah, this In Our Batman is going to be the one that I get tonight. I've got NYC Figure Fanatic. What's good, Johnny? He says Johnny's the GOAT. Can't wait to see where he lands next. Any company would be lucky to have him. Best of luck, dude. Do you want to quickly touch on this while you're here?
Yeah, sure. First of all, thank you. Appreciate the support there. Yeah. So on Monday, I was laid off from Super 7 from my full-time job there. I've spent the last basically 5.5 years working there as a toy photographer. It was like,
has it been 5.5 already?
Yeah, five years to so 5.5. But yeah, the past 5 years I was able to like work there and kind of do my dream job, like shoot toys for a living, something that in the beginning of doing all this I didn't really think was possible. So yeah, it was like getting that. You probably had me on like when I got that job. I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, way back then. So like, it was it was like a dream come true, honestly, and it was great. Grateful that it happened. Super bummed that it's over. Like, and it ended not because of any other BS besides like the tariffs had like severe damage on really the toy industry as a whole and in many other industries as well. But it's just like crazy what's happening right now, and so I was a casualty of an insane person. Not to get but
yeah, that sucks, dude. Because I remember, first of all, I remember when you got the job, I was like, that's super cool, and you definitely have been on. And I remember asking you like, what else would you want to do after that? And you're like, this is it. This is what I wanted to do. Like I achieved what I wanted to do. I remember having that conversation, right? Which makes it really painful. But I guess, I don't know. Sometimes I look at the silver lining. It's like it frees you up. When you look at somebody like 1/6 Shooter, Trevor, who like every time there's a new Kickstarter or something, like everyone tries to hit him up to get to get that quality of photo, because obviously what you two do very similar. Like you bring those toys to life in a way that I think toy companies should value toy photography to sell a toy, because like a straight turnaround or something like that doesn't always do the job. So if you look at Mondo, every time they put out a 1/6 or anything, they have like Brandon, right? Posable Productions. Or I think the other person I think his name is Raul, I believe. And they always go all out, right? Dioramas, lighting, posing with other characters. So I think that's, I don't know why more companies don't embrace that more. It seems like it's starting to trend that way, right?
I think so. I mean, I hope so, at least. I mean, for my sake, and like what's whatever's gonna be, whatever's next for me. This is like what I want to do, and so at least like I have that. Like knowing that is like enough. It's like powerful enough, because a lot of people don't exactly know what it is that they're trying to achieve. Yeah, I know. I knew long ago, like after in the beginning of doing this, it is something that like I hope that I could, make a living off of. And then I was able to do it, at Super 7. And I think because of that, like I'll be able to do it again, or I believe that I'll be able to do it again.
Oh, dude, so, I don't think there's any doubt that, honestly, it should be like sports when there's like a scout scouting you. Like, we got to get that guy. He's like a free agent right now.
Talent.
Exactly. Because not only did you have that job, now you have the experience to be like, I know what the company wants when you take these photos, because sometimes you know what photo you want to take when you do it for yourself, right? Like you said, you freestyle, you go in the garage and you do whatever. But I'm sure when you're doing it for a company, it's like, you can't have this, you can't do that, you can't show all these other brand names. Like you'll already know
Yeah.
everything and kind of like what they're looking for, right? Which is a lot of the times, if you're not shooting for yourself, you kind of need that guidance, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely helps to have like a direction to like, yeah, when you're shooting for someone else, it's like they have a vision too. So like being able to kind of collaborate on that with them and understand like what they want and be able to achieve that outcome is something that like, yeah, I did for a while now. So
Yeah.
and it's also something that before working at a toy company that I never really thought about and kind of had to adjust. There was like a adjustment period in the beginning of working there because like I would do something and I would kind of just do it how I would do it without much direction, and then
Right.
getting feedback, it was like, oh, I guess I hadn't thought like oh, we need like the whole figure to be in focus, like if you're using like a shallow depth of field or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not saying I was like a super shallow depth, but like they want to make sure that like the consumer, when they look at it, that everything is nice and crisp and you can see everything clearly and nothing's like out of focus. So yeah, you learn a lot working at a toy company, and I think that I was guilty of this before working there, where I would see, marketing images from other companies, and I would be like, do that way better. I'd be like, I could do that, or I could.
I believe that.
I
believe you.
I know you.
Yeah.
Well,
I personally never said that myself, but I know you have.
Here's the thing about that though. You like when you work at a company, you're like working on their timeline, their deadline. So you may not have much time at all to spend on something because it's got to keep going. They got their mark. So like that's another thing that like I realized, like you can't be spending all like my own personal work. I could take as much time as I want.
Right.
Like I could leave it there overnight and I can come back the next morning and like, but with like actual work, it wasn't like that. It's like I can't really be doing that. Like I need to keep going and I need to like get to like a middle ground where it's like maybe this is the best thing I ever did, but really that's not exactly what's important here. What is important is like they're happy with it and then like being okay with that, being cool with that.
Yeah.
Adjusting to that.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Is it hard to kind of flip that switch between putting out the best toy photo that's your work or putting out the best advert that shows what the consumer is getting?
It was in the beginning. It was because I was kind of like putting like a lot of like, it was like I was taking it personal, like in a sense of like this is mine. Like when people look at it, I want them to know. Then it's just it's not realistic and it's not a sustainable thing when you work at a company to be able to have that much time to like just it's like been 3 days, like I think my photo's good now. It's like that's not gonna work. So being able to like work quickly and then achieve like solid results, sometimes great ones, sometimes the things just like line up and work out well, but then just consistency with like all across the board. It doesn't have to be like blowing someone's mind. And really like if you think about it, like when you see a marketing image, you're more just like most people are just looking at the figure. They're not, I don't know, they might not necessarily look at the photo as a whole. It's like they're looking at the figure like, oh, that looks cool, but maybe not pulling back and being like, oh, and look where the figure is and like the cool environment they're in and look at the lighting on it. It's like, like us as a potential customer, where in my work, it's not about that. It's like I'm just trying to take photos that I feel like are cool and they're fun to me. And I think that, and I have the time, right? So that's why there's like this difference in the look and feel of them.
Yeah, it's really interesting. If you look at something like Hasbro, right? Their G.I. Joe team does like promo shots with full dioramas, showing off like a whole world that it's in, and that works, right? And you look at that, and I don't collect GI Joe, but I'm like, that looks like a fun world to be in.
Yeah.
And then you look at something like has Black Series, like Star Wars or Marvel, where it's like mostly just a black outline or black background, and it's
Yeah.
just
Like the studio.
really well posed to show
Mhm.
off the toy, right? People zoom in
Yeah.
on those and they're like, where's the articulation cut, and does it have this ab crunch or whatever it is, and it still
Mhm.
does the job that way. So it's like, it's even within the same company, it's like, you obviously different teams, but it's cool the different, like you said, direction that they have and how they want to show off their toys.
Yeah, in a company like Hasbro, like they hired Shooting the Galaxy a while back. He was
Yeah.
a toy photographer, and that was a great move on their part. I feel like he's completely like elevated their images.
Yeah.
Personally, yeah, he's done a great job over there. So
He does
yeah,
he does multiple brands, right? I think.
yeah. I think he does like Legend. He'll shoot Legends. He'll shoot Classified, and
He should Star Wars too, I
also,
think.
yeah, I think Black Series as well. That's and to that point too, it's like you have to. It's good to be able to adapt to like different licenses and properties too. Like and still be able to produce like a solid image, because you're definitely not going to care about everything that you're asked to shoot. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Like Super 7 made like so many different things from like so many different licenses, and like there's absolutely no way that I could be a fan of all of it. So
Yeah.
sometimes it would just really be like, okay, like it's like, oh, I guess I'm gonna go mobile on now and just like go autopilot, and like I'm gonna get the clean image that they asked for, and it's like creatively this figure doesn't do anything for me,
Right.
but I still need to like get an image, like a solid image for them. And over time, I learned that over time, and then also became like okay with that, because it wasn't like I was saying, it was an adjustment in the beginning to go from like only doing stuff for myself to then doing it for a company, and like trying to like be aware of like what they need out of it.
I think the coolest part of this is that, like, you truly love the art form, right? When you do it as it was your career, your job, right? That like
Mhm.
it, it didn't make you jaded or like not want to take toy photos anymore. It's like when you get home, you're not like, I don't want to look at another toy again. It's like you want to go shoot your own things. Like
Yeah.
when I used to work at the amusement park here, after I started working there, I didn't want to go anymore. The rides weren't fun. So
Mhm.
I guess I didn't really like Paramount Canada's Wonderland that much. But when you go home, it's like I want to shoot more photos. When I'm done my job now, I'm just like, I don't want to even want to talk about work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what like one of the things that was like so cool and like special about the opportunity that I had there. And yeah, it didn't make me jaded or like less inspired to create my own stuff. In fact, it probably made that even stronger, just because I spend all day taking photos for work. But
Yeah.
then like in some of those projects that I would do, like there would be certain setups I would know like I could use that for something of my own, right? Like I would see, like I would set something up for them that I would be able to use later on. And so, yeah, I never stopped shooting my own stuff. And even like a few days removed from being laid off, like I'm still taking photos in my garage now. Like it doesn't stop. Like
Hell yeah, of course, man.
the drive and like the inspiration to just keep creating is still, it didn't waver from like, I mean, yeah, like, it's funny you mentioned like, oh, you came in all quiet. It's like, yeah, I'm bummed for sure. Like,
yeah, Kevin, you jerk.
I mean, it's fine. Like,
It's
I know it's pointing out, but like, it's still super raw. Like it happened the other day.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really, what it feels like is like it's like grieving, because
Oh, for sure.
The mix of emotions that I'll go through is like ups and downs. It's like, you know, one minute I'm like, oh, you know, I'm fine, and then the other it's just like so bummed out, like that it's you know over, and like
it's like a relationship ending.
1000%. It's the routine, the things that the memories that were built like there, and then just like realizing that that has now kind of stopped. Like there won't be new ones, but then you know, like just trying to wrap my head around all that stuff and just appreciate that it even happened. Like I said earlier, like I'm grateful that it happened.
I think you can flip it over into something new, something better. If I got laid off today, I'd be, you know what my reaction would be?
Open a toy store.
Have you seen Home Alone? You guys have all seen Home Alone, right? The first one.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he finds out that like his parents left him, and then he's just running around the house screaming and cheering, and he runs to the camera. He's like, "Ah!" That would be me. That's how happy I would be.
Because, made my family disappear.
And then he looks in the camera and man, that's So that is the opposite end of what you are. Like you truly did love your job, and I'm just, you know, getting the bills paid. Hey, let's you know what? Let's look at some of the happier, nicer comments. Hopefully that'll pick it up a bit. 796 Studio says, "You'll get scooped up in no time, man. Any of these other companies would be lucky to have you." I
appreciate that.
Rarely agree with Mario, especially when he says something nice. But I think
same here. I'm like, what's happening?
He's setting you up for it. No, he's definitely speaking the truth there. RMD says, "Keep your head up, Johnny. Just keep going and keep putting out dope-ish. One door close to open new and better ones." Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, man.
Legion X just saw your Instagram. Wow. Yeah. So Johnny's Instagram is linked on the YouTube video description. Go give him a follow. Go check out DK's page too. His link is there. There's also a link to the Enablers Discord. There's also a link to the Enablers Discord. He doesn't post anything.
Not anymore.
Bored to tears.
No inspirational. Yeah. If you want to balance it out between Johnny's and you're like, I got to come down from this high, DK's link is on there. Go check out the Enablers Discord, where you can talk about toys with other collectors 24 hours a day. Thunderhouse says, "Have you ever thought of putting your work in a gallery show and selling one-of-one prints or limited runs?" Where's my book? Where's my hardcover?
It's definitely crossed my mind. Like the gallery thing would be really fun and cool, and then also the second part of your question there, the one-of-one prints would be very interesting as well. Just because when I take new photos and I have them, like I'm excited to share them. So it would be a little bit hard for me to hold them back, but I do think that it would be interesting and cool to like have some set aside. Like these are like, you know, one-of-one and limited.
Yeah. I need to get a affiliate link for this. Go on Amazon. Is this still on Amazon?
Last I checked, I believe it should be.
Check out this beautiful 10 frames per second by Sergeant Bananas.
Yeah.
If you want to get some of his art physical form.
Yeah, and I will note that is from 2017. So the work, all that work is actually like pretty early on.
Yeah.
But it's still like, even for me, like I haven't looked at my book in so long, but it's cool. Like it's just like a timestamp for me in this like whole thing where it's like, yeah, like that's awesome that happened. You know, like seeing, and I still, you know, I do like some of those photos. Some of them I see now, I'm like, wow.
But even for, you know, 2017, I mean, there's a lot of really great stuff in here, even if it's, this is Ashley Wood for sure. Yeah. I sold that figure a long time ago, and then I tracked it down again like last year, so I have it again. Yeah, I kind of wish I collected more of them.
Yeah. Available Amazon, available at Indigo, I see.
I don't think they have Indigo in America, but if you're Canadian, you have it there.
Yay.
Roho54, what's up? Says G.I. Joe team makes me miss the 90s set commercials that sold the gimmick of yesteryear's collectibles. Maybe, yeah, maybe that's their, that's their theme. Capitalizing on that G.I. Joe retroness. Yeah. But it's cool. They got, I mean, even for the legends, the Giant Man HasLab, they had a whole city diorama built out to shoot that. So that was really cool, right?
Yeah, that looks like that was like a fun thing to set up and kind of like brainstorm.
Dude, it was big enough that Ryan took a shot in the dio.
Yeah.
Dude, I love seeing stuff like that. It's like when you see behind the scenes at like Leica Studios when they're working on like the motion stuff, and you realize that like it's all tangible, like handmade sets, but then they're also huge, and it just looks. I would love to like check that stuff out, like tour their studio. It looks so cool.
You know what I always love to see? The tangible sets they use in Star Wars, like the miniatures, like the Death Star, Trench Run, and then like out of all of it, there's like a giant 1-to-1 scale human just setting up stuff for the shot. Just seeing that, that is super dope to me. Like that is the art of it.
That's something that would hang on my wall, like a picture of like someone in the set, right? Like I would hang that on my wall, like with one of the like Phil Tippett with like the AT-AT, like a photo of him like setting it up.
Yeah,
I would. Well, that's super. Yeah. Super sick.
Oh shoot! Is this the exact one you're talking about? Hold on. Uh-oh. Science folder. It didn't open. There we go. Is that the one?
There's a different one where it's like he's like, it's more like the angle of it, it's like you can tell it's like on Hoth. But yeah, that's still sick too, like to see like the scale of things, because you just don't really, you get us in the movie, you have the sense that those things are huge, and then to see like someone next to it, but even then you're like, oh, those models are huge.
Yeah, man, that looks like a lot of fun. All right, I think it's time to open Bianca.
Yeah.
Ever since that episode, DK, when you started naming doing all the country names in the voice, I haven't been able to stop. Brazil, Jamaica,
Japan, USSR.
USSR.
Damn, yeah, I don't know. I'm posting a new video tomorrow as all of my Japan hauls, and I think every day that passed, I would find something else that I had, another suitcase or another backpack, or I just took it out already. I'm like, I need to add this to the video, but it's pretty much done. It'll be available tomorrow. But this is one of the ones, and it's like I passed on this at first because of how large the box was. I'm like, I'll get it back home. And then everyone started making me feel bad, like, you should have got it. You should have got it. Go get it. And then I don't think I felt that bad until I saw RMD go to the store the next day, the literal same store that I went to, and bought the one that I had in my hand that I looked at. And I'm like, that's it. I'm going back. I was with Yoko and Tommy were there too. All right.
Who's your favorite Street Fighter character?
I always liked Ryu, but I think in terms of the Jada line, I think that the exclusive Chun-Li is my favorite though. The convention one, just with the extra hands and the expressions, I think it just really put it over the top, like stands out from the rest of the line.
What about you, DK?
Ryu, Ken, Akuma. Those
Akuma.
guys. Guile's
Yeah.
always cool. Bianca is always fun to play with.
Guy's just listing everything. That's the whole
On the
roster.
roster.
He said, "Who's your favorite?"
No, it's definitely Ken and Ryu to start.
So like whenever you guys play, that's who you would choose.
Yeah, definitely. Probably Ken more than Ryu usually.
What makes someone choose Ken over?
Because
Ryu.
the Shoryuken, right? The uppercut punch, like, is just like fire.
Yeah, it's like his power. His power
Yeah.
move.
There's fire. Okay.
It's like it's his signature move versus Ryu's Hadouken, right?
Doesn't
Yes, Ken has it too.
I'm like
Yes. Yeah. So I say Ryu, but I don't know that one is like, and people say Ryu, say Ryu. I don't know. If one's
okay,
correct.
so
Isn't
I
it-
think I've had this conversation before. I always called it Ryu when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that was just our North American brain associating a Japanese name with English.
Yeah.
So like if you think of how to say BY, be by. So that's why I think we went with Ryu. But then I think once we became more cultured
Yeah.
and learned more or heard other people say, it's one of those things that's like, wait, do they say the name in the game
No.
when you player select?
Well, I feel like, in Canada and in the US, I feel like they would probably be like Ryu wins, but if you had it like the Japanese audio would like say, well, actually, it might just, I don't even know what that would sound like. If it's different, a different word or sounds different in Japanese.
Did it actually say the character's name and then whoever wins? I thought it was usually like you win.
Oh
it's
yeah,
probably
huh.
you win to
I think
save
it's
like
you win.
it's less
Ryu.
sound bites.
Huh.
But they spent money on the country to say Jamaica.
Yeah, that was important.
Hey, thank you so much, Legion X, for becoming a YouTube member. Heck yeah.
Thank you.
Becoming a channel member gives you special access to the exclusive emojis in the chat, and we should have a new video going up tomorrow afternoon. Early access for channel members and as well as Patreon. All right. Where are we here? I still don't know what these buttons do on StreamYard.
I feel like it's gotten worse in the past couple of weeks.
Me or the StreamYard itself?
I think it's you.
Say it. You don't have to be afraid to say
I
it.
think it's you. Because to me,
You
the button
lose. Damn it.
because the button hasn't changed. It's still a thing.
Well, it's because I think I just kind of gave it to you. I just kind of put it on you. The responsibility to do it, and then I started pressing more, and then I kind of forgot.
Yeah.
Dude, this is
that
crazy.
hair is nice.
Dude, this is soft-ish. I'm not trying to do ASMR. I'm just trying to show that it's individually like different. How do you style this? Like Goku has the same style hair. How do you style this? What product are they using?
Maybe that might be another new avenue for you, like ASMR unboxing.
No, Yoko's got that on lock. Hey, Ender Shadow, what's good? Good to see you. DK is just naming every character, says Dom. Ethan's favorite character, Cammy for me. Oh, Cammy's a really like favorite character or figure. I think the last one I opened was it Guile?
Yeah.
And I was really impressed with those butterfly joints. Every time we open Street Fighter on here, I'm reminded of the movie and how we assigned each enabler to a character.
Insane. Absolutely insane. That was fun.
They're making it tough to throw these boxes away too, because now there's there's the art inside the tray you can keep
as the background.
It's
Yeah.
like pixelated like the game too, so I kind of dig it. Why is my lighting like this? It's all good. It's all good. All right. I like his shackles,
Oh, that's sick.
right? This is soft in the middle, so he can. Oh, it blends pretty nicely, the colors, because this is harder plastic. This is soft, so that he can get up in there. Dude, these joints are tight.
Nice. RMD Collective says, thanks for the Blanca in Japan, Kev. Haha.
I hope you enjoy. Yeah, and he opened it in Japan too. I think that's one of the reasons I'm like, I gotta go get this. Have I ever played Street Fighter with you? I don't think I ever played it because I don't like to play things I'm not good at. Is that bad?
No.
Like people are like, Kevin, you don't play hockey? I don't like hockey because I can't play it. I can't.
You know what?
I can't skate.
You know what? You're right. I don't think I ever played Street Fighter with you.
Yeah. Fighting games I was never great at. Does he go like this?
Almost.
Have you seen
look
that?
at that. Which one?
Butterfly. The video of the guy that does the sound effects. Like he's watching a video and he does like move by move sound, like as it's being played.
Oh no.
Nope.
I gotta look.
And he'll even it's cool and also funny.
Let's see how closed in can he get. Goes back a lot.
Yeah, that's amazing. It almost reminds me of the SHF Hulk figure.
Because it's great.
Yeah.
No, just the size and just
Green with no shirt and shorts.
design. Oh yeah, that. You know what? Yeah, that's it.
think
Never mind. That's
it's not
where it is. That's where it is. That's where the similarity is. Oh, I just walked into that.
So stupid.
So stupid.
Yeah, the articulation on that is really similar to the SH Figure Arts Hulk. They're green. They're just green, DK. Yes. That is no, but this does move really well. Look at this.
Yeah,
What the hell?
that's good.
That's like this here, this part going in, and then getting a deeper leg kick in this direction. Holy crap. That's really good. And DK, for you, he can do a Hulk smash. I'm going to swap this on.
Yeah, dare I say, I think it's better.
I'm like, it's a
Your
guy with no shirt and ripped
your
shorts.
Hulk is better than my Hulk. Yeah,
Funny
my
looking. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what to say anymore. That was fantastic. That's so good, man.
Yeah. Do you have Sagat?
No, we had I saw both of them in Japan, and I only opted for this one,
Mm-hmm.
but I'll get it eventually.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's probably for the better. All of my suitcases, even the extra suitcases, were packed to the absolute brim.
That was your first time out there, right?
Second time. The first time was only 3 days, but didn't really get to explore much. Dude, look at the neck.
Oh. Yeah.
I like how low he can like bend down and have that.
Dude, this pose is crazy.
This is awesome.
Well, that's like
And-
that's like his fighting stance. He's always like crouched, you know.
Yeah.
Like he's always
He doesn't stand up straight.
yeah. No. This is as low as mine can go.
Nice try, Hulk. Also, the eyes looking up kind of sells. It looks like the range is just a little bit more because he's looking up, right? His line of sight.
Mm,
Yeah.
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 Yeah, he charges at you from this range. Man, this is great. Shout outs to Jada. There you go. Also, effect pieces are everything that they come with too.
Mm-hmm.
That's sick.
Yeah, the price point of their figures, like the quality, is hard to beat.
Yeah.
Have you are those new what's that, the Storm 1/12 ones, are those out yet?
Funny
I
you
think
mentioned that.
some people have gotten advanced like copies of it.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go.
I'm
Modest
one
toy collectors. I'm
of those
thinking
people.
the same as me. Guys, I'm not joking. I'm ordering that in art Batman tonight.
I actually just got the Storm Ken figure, the Alpha.
Okay.
Yeah,
In the
nice.
I don't have it right here, but it's really nice, and like the price point on that is like the same as these, I think, like 25.
Was it?
Well, for here at least, I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh,
yeah, those are the Storm Arena. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
1/12?
Yeah, so
yeah, Storm Arena
comes with the extra, very similar format to what you would get with the Jada stuff, but that
Dude.
Ken is nice. Is nice. I mean,
do you
Jada's
do Joy Toy?
I have okay amount of Joy Toy. I don't have any of the turtle stuff though. If you were gonna ask that, but I have like some Warhammer like orcs and
Okay.
a couple. I was actually collecting that Frontline Chaos line, which was their 1/12 line that I think is dead now or something. Just like they were just like original characters. They're kind of, some of them were kind of like cyberpunk-ish looking, or some of them were
Oh, I
very
think I know which one you're
cyberpunk.
talking about.
Yeah.
Is there a girl with
Mario-
a yellow jacket and like a furry hood and an axe?
Yellow jacket. Oh,
Doesn't
there's one
matter.
chick that has like an orange, like kind of mechanics jumpsuit, and she comes with like a giant wrench, and like one of her arms is like she has like kind of like a half robot arm. They're pretty cool. They were kind of expensive for what they were, so maybe that's why the line didn't continue. So they haven't announced any new figures, but with their 3 3/4 stuff, I have some of those orcs, the Warhammer orcs, and then just like a couple of random ones. I know that you're pretty into those, right? Like you have some of the like the martial arts looking ones.
Yeah, I have those. I have those ones. I have the Turtles, Shredder, Bebop, and Rocksteady, and I have one of their dioramas too. Their dioramas are nice because I think they're like hand painted. So
you actually enabled me long ago to get one of those. So I have one. Yeah, I have one. Yeah, the dios.
nice.
The turtles, I didn't like the actual turtles. I don't think that they really look that cool, and for me, they didn't do it for me. But like Bebop and Rocksteady look really good.
yeah.
Like, they look good.
I know we kind of moved off that topic, but we're talking about Turtles. Was being able, because you're a huge Ninja Turtles fan, right?
Mhm.
Was shooting new turtle toys all the time professionally, was that like the highlight? Was that the best part?
Definitely a highlight. Yeah, like being able, like some of one of my favorite memories was actually of that kind of like my first day when I went into the office, and like I remember that day I was just like playing with like Baxter Stockman and like Raph on my desk, and that's like all I did. Like I didn't do anything else.
You didn't write
yeah,
down all your things you accomplished in a day and submit it in?
I started at a weird time because it was like right when Toy Fair was happening, so like everybody was like leaving to go to Toy Fair, so it was literally like a ghost town. Like a few days after that, like it wasn't really, and they didn't like tell me. There was nothing for me to really do at that time. I didn't have like projects they were listed, so I was just kind of like playing with toys at my desk. I mean, I obviously knew that wasn't going to be what the job was like, but it was intro.
Like, oh, this is it. I could do this.
Yeah, I was like, I can't believe that I'm here doing this. But yeah, that Ultimates line is definitely a highlight. And just working at a place that was making Ninja Turtles was cool to like, be a part of.
Yeah. And was the worst thing meeting Kyle? Was that the worst part of being there?
Some might say. Nah, actually,
we love Kyle.
I will say, Kyle was the reason why I had the opportunity to begin with. I met him at Comic-Con like the year before.
Oh,
really? It wasn't a full year. It was like 6 months, but it was like the summer, and then I started like the beginning of that new year. But I met him at Comic-Con, and like this isn't like a typical Johnny joke of being like, everybody knows who I am. But like he knew who I was. Because he's like, I have your book, and like, so we kind of like, we exchanged like instantly. Like he followed me, so I started following him, and we would talk here and there. And then like fast forward to like the beginning of the year, yeah, he like reached out and was like, I don't know if you're looking for a job or looking for a photographer. And then I was, because I had been laid off from my last job, and so I was kind of just like hanging out through the holidays. And then yeah, he hit me up at like the perfect time, and yeah, the rest, the rest, like worked out. And so that was cool.
Hell yeah, man. That
Nice.
was I'm sure that's gonna happen again for you.
Hope so. That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
Be nice and easy.
Kyle,
yeah.
if you're watching this on the replay, we got love for you too, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of good friends and good people were all affected by that layoff as well. Sucks.
It does. Hey, how do I put this? There's some really very talented people who were working there, and I think that work will speak for itself going forward. And in my eyes, that should keep those people in the game.
Yeah, you kind of have to believe that. I have to believe it as well. Like, it's not the end, it's not for nothing. So definitely.
All right, I found the figure that I was talking about. I think I mostly described it accurately. Did I say yellow jacket with a furry hood?
You did, but that's like still 3 3/4.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it is.
But
she's awesome. I've always wanted to grab it.
And what the series is, what it says, Infinity, something Infinity there.
Corvus Belly Infinity. This is from Heroes World. This is in Canadian dollars. I think it's an older one though.
I mean, their stuff is great. Like, it's not super expensive. The quality is great. Like the articulation, like they kind of check the box. I just, with the 3 3/4 stuff, I don't collect a lot of it. That's really what it is for me.
I'm going mostly all in.
It's a dangerous thing to get into with their stuff, because they
Warhammer.
make a lot. Well, not just Warhammer. I'm talking about yeah, certainly their Warhammer stuff, but just their 3 3/4 stuff in general, because I feel like they go kind of like deep with their lines.
What is this? I mean, look at how many Ninja Turtle characters they've announced in the last year. Like 12? What is this?
This looks
That was- I
amazing.
think you were the one that was like, you posted about their Casey, and you're like, you commented on the weapons being like out of scale, right? That was you. I
Yo, the
think.
giant,
Yeah.
the sports equipment.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, like the his like hockey stick or whatever was like huge.
yeah. Dude, what is this? Why is he Jokerized? He's white, purple, and green. I don't know. This is Warhammer.
It's one of
Holy
them
crap, that's cool.
albino brood queens. That's what Jason said.
Okay, yeah, Warhammer. I mean, this is cool. I gotta close this. We're almost at time, but one thing that I always enjoy talking to you about is camera gear, man. Right? Like you're always getting new gear, new lenses. You've got the probe lens, which I'm always envious of because it just does so many cool things. And I'm kind of like you, upgrading my cell phone or getting new tech stuff is just as fun as buying new toys for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like right now I'm still exploring and like having so much fun with the Pocket 3 and using that for various things. But what's in your sights right now? What have you been, is it something that you're playing with or something that you're hoping to get?
Yeah. Well, I ordered a new light like last month, and it's a light by June.
Ji-Yun.
Zhiyun is
Yeah.
is how you spell that. But basically, so the light, it's a 100-watt light, and then it's a full RGB color as well. I have like their regular bicolor one,
Okay.
and I use it daily, use it all the time, and I really like that. It's small and compact, but it's super powerful. 100 watt.
Cinekeeper? Is that it?
Sincere, I think.
Cinepeer. How did I read Cinekeeper? What the hell's wrong with me?
Whatever.
Oh, DK's having a good laugh. He's like, oh.
I was reading it too. I was just like, huh? I was like, oh, you did pronounce it wrong.
So yeah, they just like announced and released like a new version of that. Like it's like full like color as well, and I'm looking forward to getting that because it'll be fun to play around with like all the different colors. Which I have plenty of lights that have like RGB, but like one that's like that powerful should be fun to play around with.
Yeah, because we like, we talk about cameras, we talk about lenses, we talk about lighting. It's just, I like connecting with you on so many different aspects of the hobby. I just can't keep up, especially with all the dioramas you're collecting. You get the fancy lenses, right?
I have a couple fancy lenses, but I have the probe, and then I have like the 50, the 1.2, and then I have my 90. I've always had like since the beginning of switching over to Sony in like 2018. And then I don't know, like since we last spoke, I've upgraded my camera last year to the A7R5.
Damn.
From the 3.
Right, I remember.
Which
I remember that.
Yeah, well, I was like, I just was like, oh, like did I need it? No, but I wanted it. And then
no,
someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling it for like a good deal, so I was like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and hop on this. So
nah, man, you deserve it. You don't need the top of the line camera to shoot at the level that you do, but you are doing it for work and professionally. That that's have the best gear at that point.
And like there's a part of it where when you have like things that you enjoy or you like, it feels like it's almost like that provides some kind of inspiration too. Like you're like getting a new light, like, oh, I'm excited to like shoot. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say superiority because that's how I feel if I had it. That's why I would buy.
That's why you got the latest and greatest, right, Kev?
That's why we do this every week. It's not
I
this
have
one,
a-
is it? The light stick?
No, but I have a version of that one as well. It's like this. I think it's just called like the C100. But it's
CF100.
very. It's like slightly different. It's not like a. It's I think it's a little bit more expensive than that one. It comes with like barn doors and stuff. That one, yeah, the C100 at the top.
Oh, the first one.
But actually, so yeah, here it is.
I got it. Wait, why is this
Yeah.
$389 compared to the other one?
It's got barn doors. Sorry.
Barn doors and a diffuser. Relax.
I feel like I don't remember paying that much. but that one I use daily as well. Like I use
Really?
that yeah, that's also 100 watt power. And one thing that I'll say for other photographers, toy photographers, is having lights that plug into a power source is going to be a game changer, because you never have to worry about recharging things or things dying on you when you shoot, and
Yeah.
that's so helpful and convenient. And then also like any light, most lights now, but any light that is like app controlled, so you can just change it,
Yeah.
while you're phone, you should adjust it, like super convenient as well. And it kind of just like helps like optimize your like workflow. You can just like change things really quickly.
Damn,
So,
look at all these things fitting in together.
Never wanted a
that-
light
that
so
was-
badly until today.
You?
So that like
After streaming for 2 years, now you want to like
I was like, oh man, this is cool.
and then they just came out with another one it's not like a tube light, but it's also 100 watt. This is the one I was talking about that is also full RGB, and that's the one that I'm like waiting for.
Oh, you can
Waiting-
connect it like a lightsaber.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, for like what, $800 you can have two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
if
good.
you click on let's see, click on that one that says X100. It's in the bottom row. The one, yep, right there.
Old-timey air conditioner.
That's the fan. So basically, that's the light, except for the one that I'm talking about is like has like full RGB. But I
Okay.
have that light too, and I use. It's like the size of a phone, kind of. It's really like thin and compact, so it's like convenient to like bring, because well, with that battery on it, it's obviously chunkier, but like, yeah, it's
Full
super
range of
powerful light.
accessories.
Yeah,
Bowens adapter.
yep. It's one of my favorite lights.
Plug-in lights. I don't have outlets. I don't have enough outlets here to do that.
That's cool.
I remember switching to stuff like that from like loom cubes, which are still great, but then like I was saying a second ago, when you're shooting and then you're like getting somewhere and it dies, you're like, oh shit, now I gotta like recharge this thing for like an hour, and then yeah, that does not happen when they're plugged in.
Sold. Hell yeah. All right, dude. What do you think of your Batman?
Yeah, sick. Cool figure.
Oh, dude. Does it have different length ears?
Yeah. Yeah, so the other one has more traditional style, and then yeah.
That one is
you can swap them.
ridiculous. Look how long those are.
Do they seem fragile?
No, they're it's like softer. So
Oh, good.
yeah,
Okay.
you can. Yeah, it's not that like super rigid plastic that you'd have to worry about snapping or something. It's just gonna like
Okay,
bend.
well, that's good.
Yeah, it's sick. Hopefully, shoot it soon.
I had the Hush.
Looks
I had the
looking forward
Hush
to it.
Batman, but I gave it to Mario. But I think everywhere I went in Japan, I was looking for Hush Superman. Didn't see it anywhere. Like they would have everybody but him. I guess because he is the best one on the market. I prefer like his size to be between the Hush Superman and the Dark Knight Superman that they also have.
Yeah,
somewhere in between
Yeah.
that, I think, is the ideal, in my head,
Yeah.
the ideal proportions for a Superman.
Yeah, I could agree with that because like the Dark Knight Returns one, he's a little like exaggerated. He's like real stocky, which is a cool look too. But yeah, like in the middle there between Hush and Dark Knight Returns is like probably good proportions.
Yeah, man. DK, what about your Nightcrawler? I know you only opened one thing.
My Nightcrawler, I like it. I love it. It's probably
Want
gonna
some
go
more
in the
of it?
bin with all the other X-Force.
Straight
Sorry,
to
what?
the bin. I hate that. I hate when I open something and it's like, well, into storage.
Yep, into storage. Probably, but no, I'll try and get some pictures up, or some poses.
Really?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I took a picture of that Gundam, so I was like, I should really get back into this.
All right. Does speaking to Johnny inspire you to go take some photos?
Yes,
Not
or
really.
just it's not taking photos. It's like Kev, Johnny, look at all these lights I bought.
I'm inspired by
Okay.
purchasing all these things.
It's like, are you gonna take pictures with it? No.
No, he's not. He's not. Well, you know what? I hope I hope the chat enjoyed the conversation tonight and everything Johnny had to say. But dude, again, thank you so much. I know it's been a crazy week for you, and for you when you said you're like, yeah, I'll come on to chat. I was a little startled because I'm like, oh, a little is it too soon? But maybe a conversation would be nice. So it's nice to hang out with you, man.
Yeah, definitely.
It's perfect. I'm glad you had some time for us tonight. And honestly, the I think it's part of the process, but I don't think you'll have anything to worry about, man. This is your passion, your art, and I think you're incredibly talented with it. So there shouldn't be, the only time off I think really is up to you, like how much time you want to chill and hang out. Because once you're ready to, sounds like dating. It's like once you're ready to get back into the into the market,
Yeah.
like someone will find you, man.
Well, appreciate all the words of encouragement there, and thanks for having me on. Yeah, it definitely does help just like hop on and talk about toys and all that kind of stuff. So thanks for having me on.
Also,
and
how
you get
go for it.
I was gonna say you get like a slightly altered version of me tonight that's not as Green Goblin like for once.
Yeah. if I, again, I'm still kind of on the fence about San Diego. But if I go, I'm definitely getting a more goblin-esque version of you. I think if I see you there, it's just right now I'm still kind of very, very on the fence with everything. But also there's some stuff that I feel like I shouldn't pass up on. So who knows? Also, it's like if the whole point of tariffs is to have stuff built and made back in America, but then now like tariffs are reduced so that people will start buying again. What happened to making it in? I don't know. The whole thing is convoluted.
You'll have a hard time trying to make sense of it because it doesn't make any sense.
It just sucks that friends got caught up in these kind of economics and policies that unless someone close to you or someone is affected by it, it's just like otherwise it's just another crazy story. So that sucks. It's Dole, hey, yeah, you got this, Johnny. Hell yeah. Legion X says, oh, you thought there was a plan. I mean, there's another plan. I think I know what the actual plan is, but we'll save that for another time. Johnny, is there I have your Instagram linked in the YouTube video description. Is there anything else you want to plug?
No, that's it for now. Yeah, just if you want to check out my Instagram or whatever, that's where you will find me. So thanks again for having me on.
Our pleasure, for sure. DK, what about you?
Me, you can find me at, do I have the right hand? Ridiculous. Nope, close. Ridiculous on IG, all right? And you can usually find me on Thursdays, Unboxing Thursdays, and like monthly and enablers shows. Yes. I'm just slurring up.
I got this. Also, I never noticed the shape of your head until this haircut. Or maybe it's because the headphones, like,
Balding?
I can't extrapolate how far out your ears go, so it looks very straight right now.
You're
The
not used to it.
nibblers, thank you. Yeah, we have I have a new video coming out tomorrow. You'll be the first. If you're on Patreon, you'll be the first to watch it over there, ad free. You can check out patreon.com/touringaround, or if you're a YouTube channel member, it'll be available later on tomorrow. It's my main haul from Japan, and also tomorrow night, if you've already caught up on Andor season 2, hopefully, well, you'll have all day tomorrow. We'll watch Rogue One together, either here on the DL44 network, which is a new channel for Star Wars content from people in our circle. So Dole's over there. Steve 3 is going to be unboxing some MGS, and it's just going to be a place for our Star Wars content in the event that it gets lost here on this channel. But go check it out. We'll be watching Rogue One tomorrow night. Until then, please do. Oh, Rick, you reminded me. DK, we got to start a toy company tonight, and we got to put Johnny on retainer. I just don't know what toys.
Hired.
Calling it Super 9. Thank you for reminding me, Rick. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Yeah, I thought of that halfway through.
Well.
I thought of it halfway through. I'm like, we should lock him up now. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't left yet, or if you're watching on the replay, please leave a thumbs up, comment on the video, let me know what you think of the conversation tonight, and of course, subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel grow, reaches more people, and we can make more awesome videos. Thank you so much for watching. Have yourselves a great night, and keep touring around. Peace.
Good night. Should I be singing the Jack Black song?
You should have been singing something.
I should have been singing something. I didn't know how to sing it.
What's the Jack Black song?
It's the one in Minecraft. I have no idea.
You had all stream to prepare.